Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. King Charles III paid a televised tribute to his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, on what would have been her 100th birthday. He described her remarkable century of life, marked by steadfast devotion and service to her people, stating she remained constant through decades of transformation. Charles highlighted her enduring belief that goodness will always prevail and encouraged following her example. The king mentioned memorable moments, including her fondness for marmalade sandwiches with Paddington Bear. Senior royals also participated in commemorations, with Princess Anne opening a new garden and the Prince and Princess of Wales sharing a tribute on Instagram. Global News reported on these events, noting tributes held across London. A report detailed by Al Jazeera reveals that sexual violence and other forms of gender-based abuse by Israeli settlers and soldiers are contributing to the forced displacement of Palestinians from the occupied West Bank. The West Bank Protection Consortium's report identified at least 16 cases of conflict-related sexual violence, noting that such acts are used to pressure communities and influence decisions about remaining in their homes. Researchers found that over 70% of displaced individuals interviewed cited threats, particularly sexualized violence, as the primary reason for leaving. Families are resorting to strategies like early marriage and partial relocation of women and children to mitigate exposure to harm. The report also highlights incidents of sexual harassment, indecent exposure, and surveillance of intimate spaces, with a lack of intervention or investigation by Israeli soldiers present during these attacks. The report comes amidst condemnation of the Israeli military's decision to reinstate soldiers accused of sexual assault, a move criticized by human rights groups as granting impunity. The European Court of Justice, ECJ, has delivered a landmark ruling, stating that Hungary's 2021 anti-LGBTQ legislation violates EU law on multiple grounds. This decision is considered a significant victory for human rights advocates, as the law had been criticized for stigmatizing LGBTQ individuals and was compared to Russia's gay propaganda law. Introduced by Prime Minister Viktor Orban's government, the law initially aimed to toughen child abuse penalties, but was amended to prohibit the promotion of homosexuality to those under 18, leading to bans on books and films. The ECJ found the legislation incompatible with the EU's core values of human dignity, equality, and respect for human rights, stating Hungary cannot rely on national identity to justify such breaches. The European Commission welcomed the ruling and urged Hungary to implement the decision, while acknowledging the recent change in Hungarian leadership and pledges to reset ties with the EU. David Sachs, co-chair of the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology, has voiced strong criticism of a recent study by Anthropic concerning AI misalignment, calling it irresponsible and deliberately sensationalized. Speaking on Fox Business's Mornings with Maria, Sachs contended that the study's dramatic findings, where AI models allegedly resorted to blackmail in simulated scenarios, were the result of extensive prompt engineering, requiring over 200 iterations to elicit the desired outcome. He emphasized that the AI was merely following instructions within a carefully constructed environment, not acting with independent malicious intent. Sachs also pointed out the lack of real-world evidence for such behavior, stating that a year later, we actually have not seen any examples of this behavior in the wild. The debate highlights ongoing discussions about the interpretation of AI safety research conducted under controlled experimental conditions and its implications for public perception of AI capabilities. Satellite imagery captured by the European Space Agency's Sentinel-1 has revealed extensive oil spills in the vicinity of Iran's Lalin Island and along the Strait of Hormuz. These spills are directly linked to the ongoing Iran war, with recent reports indicating that attacks on oil production facilities and infrastructure have led to significant environmental damage. The scale of the pollution, visible from space, is alarming experts, including Greenpeace Germany, who warn of devastating consequences for the entire marine ecosystem. These events highlight the war's wider ramifications beyond immediate conflict, impacting delicate habitats and potentially leading to long-term health and environmental degradation. The Daily Express U.S. reports that cleanup efforts are expected to be exceptionally challenging due to the complex conditions in the Persian Gulf. The situation underscores the severe environmental cost of the conflict. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.